What do you think about me racing motorcycles this year?
Then you race really good. I'm just hoping you don't crash. If you do crash, then you'll probably do it in the grass.
What do you think about Dad racing motorcycles this year?
Sounds like a lot of fun. I will read that.
What do you think about Daddy racing motorcycles this year?
It sounds like good.
It sounds good. All right, good morning. It is March 7th, 2026, and we are heading over to Pacific Raceways today. We've got Furio here, and he's not in that trailer. That's because we are revealing a new bike today on the channel. And what we're doing at Pacific Raceways is we are going to New Racer School. That's right. We've told you last year and in previous videos that we are going racing in 2026. So I've got everything loaded up in here, and I'm going to see you guys at Pacific Raceways. All right. We're on our way to Pacific Raceways where New Racer School is being held. All right. So you're probably wondering, what is New Racer School? Well, New Racer School is essentially the first official step that one would take to get their motorcycle racing license. And here in Washington State, we have the Washington Motorcycle Road Racing Association, which is our local club organization for motorcycle racing. So, New Racer School, what am I expecting? Well, I'm expecting to learn some of the rules and kind of the process that I'm going to be expected to go through in order to get my racing license and race this year. There's going to be a lot of rules, especially on the bike and then obviously the racetrack, as well as being assigned a mentor or choosing a mentor. There's going to be huge. Now, I have been very fortunate in that I have made a lot of friends, or met a lot of people, a lot of racers, while attending the Taste of Racing events that you've seen on the channel. If you haven't seen them, I'll link a playlist right up over there. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't a little nervous in this project / endeavor / midlife crisis, because I'm 40 and I'm getting into racing, like a little late in life to be getting into racing. But this just proves that you can do things. Like, just because you're a little bit older doesn't mean that you can't go and do these things. Is it maybe a little ill-advised because motorcycle racing is dangerous? Of course. But why am I doing this? Why am I pursuing this endeavor of motorcycle racing as opposed to just doing some track days? Well, I've never been one to just kind of shy away from doing things fully. If I just did track days, then I would feel that I'd be always wondering what racing was like. So why not just do racing, motorcycle racing, which also includes doing track days, as well as the heart of this whole project of going racing and bringing the channel along is I want to prove and I want to show and encourage. I want to prove that you can. It's not that difficult. It may not even be that super expensive to go do some track days and then get into racing. If you want to pursue that. If you want to just stay with track days, all right, perfect. But if I can do it, you can do it. And then, since I started riding on the street 3 years ago, and really getting involved in the motorcycle community, seen and heard about a lot more than seen myself, but motorcycle accidents that can be avoided. And the best way to be able to avoid accidents is by learning your equipment. The best way to learn your equipment is to push further than you would in your normal environment, just like practicing during sports. You do that extra lap, you need to take that extra shot through the repetitions, and that's what a racetrack allows you to do, is take a corner at 100 miles an hour over and over and over again. Then when you're on the street and you're doing 60 through the canyons, all right, this is hypothetical, or you have to make that turn quickly, you've got the muscle memory from body position, learning your proper body position to safely perform that maneuver. We'll get on the brakes. I mean, there are so many different hypotheticals here, but the point is learn how to really control and operate your motorcycle. Now, I've heard that a lot of people who get into doing track days and racing completely step away from riding on the street. I can tell you that I don't know if that's going to be 100% true for me as well, but I enjoy riding the Street Fighter back and forth to work. I really enjoy doing that. The weather isn't usually a big factor. I've ridden that bike in so many different types of weather and conditions that most people, I think, it's just nuts. I would pick back up with you guys. Oh yeah, and again, we've got a new bike on the channel. We got a race bike, a dedicated race bike. It's in the trailer. Find out what it is later.
Walking in, I saw so many guys that I had been at the track with. It was nice seeing so many familiar faces.
All right, if you're just showing up, please come check in with Danielle. Registration will be down. Come get sat down. We're going to get started in about 5.
The racing community is a lot like a family. Now, this classroom section includes a lot of very important information, like the history.
Well, we've been around for just over 50 years.
Now, they jam-pack a lot of information during this classroom section, as you can see here on these slides, as well as we talk about noise restrictions.
Friday track day, running the track day, and making sure that your bike isn't getting black flagged, because you get one warning and then you're done. That's it. They are absolutely stricklers on that, and it's not up to, I'll get you a great, it's not up to the race staff there. It's a Oregon.
My bike's like 103 idling.
The limits, so we start, I know because I run in the tower down there. The limit is 103. At 102.5, we start warning you. At 103, you're black flagged one time. And if you go over 103 the second time, you're done. And that's not OMRA. It's a city park, and the city, it's in a neighborhood, and the city, there's microphones around the city. And if they get too loud, they'll get fined.
If you have a baffle in pretty much any normal Japanese bike, you'll probably be okay. Yeah. If you have a Ducati, you really got to baffle the hell out of it.
Or an R1.
Or an R1.
Now, on-track etiquette is another thing that they do cover, and that refers to things that you're allowed to do while at the racetrack, not racing. And then we get into racecraft and the realities of how close you're racing, places that are okay to pass. Now, all these things we covered further in the second part of the new racer school at the racetrack.
Be prepared to be very close to other motorcycles, doing what you're trying to do, being where you want to be, disappearing and appearing in places you don't expect them to. An example of this is, here's this same race, turn 1. This is my bike, my camera. I'm thinking, I'm trying to get ahead of this guy. And here comes this other guy that's way faster than me, but ended up behind me because his transponder didn't work on Saturday. Now he's coming up the inside of me. The thing I don't want to do is go, oh my God, look at him, and then crash and turn into him. The general rule of thumb is if you can control the horse's head, you control where the horse goes. Same thing with you. You get to control your head though. So the general idea of look where you want to go, because you'll go there. Same thing with don't look where you don't want to go, because it's gonna happen. This is a normal, safe, acceptable pass. In the novice land, maybe not. We might have a talk about it, but rubbing is racing. We're talking about this, right? So that's the whole point of this novice class, is to get you guys up to speed with what happens at the expert level, be able to say, you know, what to do. One thing I would like to touch on, some places are a good idea to pass, some places are not a good idea to pass. Not saying you can or can't do things here, but this particular track at Pacific, you have the entrance into the drag strip, which is where we are, right over here at the drag strip. This is a concrete wall, that's a concrete wall. If I wanted to make a pass on the inside of this guy to try to sandwich myself between him and a concrete wall, you think that's a good idea? No. We call this place the death chute for that reason. I don't think anybody's died there, but don't make a dumb pass where the next turn is right and I want to put myself between the bike and the concrete wall. People have done it before. It doesn't work out very good for them. The bike gets totaled and they have a bad time. Every other place, it can be wide open green pastures, brand new pavement. Don't put yourself somewhere that you don't want to be. You get to decide where you want to be, and it's the passing rider's responsibility to make the same path.
Now, this dapper man right here is Paul, and he's our tech inspector. And in this clip here, he's showing us all the different things that he looks for when he's doing a tech inspection, what things need to be wired, and what things need to declip on them. It was really eye-opening to see the difference between what goes and gets looked at during a track day and what things they're looking for on a race bike. Thankfully, I'll be partnered up with a mentor, as well as everything's covered in the rule book.
All right. So we just finished up the new racer school, and I'm about to head over to Bonnie Moto's shop. And we'll be over there that I'm going to reveal what bike I'm racing this year.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
All right, here it is. The new bike on the channel. What we're going to be racing this year. All right, this is my 2019 Panigale V4, or as some have called it, the Skinny Panty. All right, I picked it up for a really good deal, and yes, this is the race bike. So over the next few weeks, all the way up until the first day of racing, we're going to be putting new parts on this. We've got brakes coming from EBC Brakes. Shout out to them for hooking us up. We got a full race set coming from them, as well as Woodcraft. Warhorse HSBK. I reached out to them because they're one of the few places that carry parts for this particular generation of Panigale when it comes to race-specific parts. More specifically, race bodywork. So this bike is going to be looking really, really good once we get all of the bodywork on it. Now, we need your help. We got to come up with a name for this bike, right? We got Furio over there. Oh, and I got a part I got to show you guys. All right. And the breakdown of it and everything will come later, but I needed a test fit. Well, the test fitting didn't go so well, but look at this. Yep, I did it once again. I went to eBay for my exhaust on my Ducati. Oh, somebody take my Ducati card away, because I just can't justify spending thousands of dollars on pipe. All right. I'd much rather spend my money on a tune. Okay. Which that is another thing that we're going to be doing. Right. So we got to tune this bike once we go and stick some pipes on it. Okay. Now we've got a lot of work to do on this bike to make sure that it's ready for our race, our very first race, as well as we've got some testing coming up. So we're going to be doing this in stages because I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take for all the parts to come in. But first, like I'd mentioned, we're doing the brakes. Those are on their way. We've got to take our forks because if you look right here, the fork seals have gone bad. So, well, this side over here is not bad, but the other side is leaking pretty bad. And obviously, we want to make sure that that is not doing what it's doing right now, because it won't pass tech. We've got new brakes coming. And as you saw over there, we got the exhaust. It's going to be coming on here. This bike has been down on both sides. So obviously we're going to have new levers coming. We've got clip-ons coming. All right. This side over here, it's gone down on both sides. But this side over here. And then we got our race kill switch installed. And like I said, the bodywork's going to be all changed. This thing has lived a rough life. We've got case covers coming for both sides. We got to get rid of the clear clutch cover here. That's not going to pass race tech. And then there is a lot. If you saw in the clip there, that they check for. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and service the rear shock, and we're gonna get everything set up for me and my weight. The chain, the quick change, everything that's over here, man, got all the mud and everything that's splattering. We're gonna have another chain, sprocket, quick change, everything coming for that's on this bike. So new sprockets, chain, quick change, all of it is getting changed. We've also got rear sets coming for this bike, as well as we will be doing away with my ghetto motorcycle Ducati stand solution. It's been 3 years. Every time I work on the bike, I'm putting it up on that wooden dowel with that stand. Sorry for the mess. We've been super busy and the weather has been bad. So, yes, this exhaust is going over there. Copying the same setup that we have here because it's super cool, clean, and awesome. And the video of what that sounds like and our struggles installing it, because eBay will be coming out either later this week or next week. There's going to be a complete build series on the channel, in the playlists. Go check it out. I got a question for you, and I got a question for you. What do you think about Dad racing motorcycles this year?
Sounds like a lot of fun.
You want to be there? Well, you will be there. All right. Okay. What do you think about Daddy racing motorcycles this year?
It sounds like good.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Do you want Daddy to go fast?
Yeah.
But you want Daddy to be safe?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got another person to go find. All right, Izzy, I got a question.
Okay.
All right. What is your thoughts on Uncle Tim racing?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
I think you should race because you're really good at like when you go to Pacific. No, not Pacific.
Yeah, specific.
Yeah. Then you race really good.
Okay. Is there anything you're worried about?
I'm just hoping you don't crash.
Yeah. But the racetrack is the safest place to go and go fast.
And if you do crash, then you'll probably do it in the grass.
Yep, exactly. And there's medical staff there.
Because that normally happens.
Yep. But what are you most excited about?
Seeing you try your best.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. I love you.
Love you too.
All right. What do you think about me racing motorcycles this year?
Well, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm proud of you.
Yes. What are you nervous about?
That you get hurt.
Yeah.
It can be crazy out there, but I'm proud of you because you had a goal and a dream and you're pursuing it. So I'm very proud of you for that.
Yeah. What are you excited about?
You winning.
You winning. Or me winning?
I already win. I got you.
Yeah. Are you excited about going to the racetrack multiple or many times this year?
I feel like the novelty's gonna wear off.
The novelty's gonna wear off.
You get to have the fun, right? You get to be on the track and on the bike. I get to wrangle children who are bored.
We're gonna have to find a solution for that.
Bored? So the novelty will wear off quickly.
Yeah.
Need to get like one of those campers with like a TV in it.
Oh, yes.
Then they can watch Bluey or whatever.
Yeah. So that brings me on to my next part of this video.
So that's going to wrap up this video. All right. We covered new racer school, my family's reaction, and the build and revealing of what bike we're racing this year. Now, the best way to be able to support us would be to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, and leave a comment down below. And all of those are free. Now, you can also go and visit any of the links down below and purchase from the companies that support us. We get a little bit of a kickback, a small percentage, and all of that goes right back into what we do here on the channel. But that's gonna wrap it up. We're going racing. And I'll catch you on the next ride.